Okay, now we need to construct the individual demand curve from a given utility function. So what we'll do is this. So supposedly if these are our x and y axis, okay, your quantity demanded of x and quantity for y, okay. Now if this is our initial budget line, okay, and this is our initial indifference curve, say u1, okay, the amount of x which is required is say x1, okay, the amount of x which is consumed at this equilibrium is say x1, fine. Now we know this, that demand curve is the relationship between the quantity demanded and price, okay, given other things. So when price of the good increases, the quantity demanded for it will fall, other things being kept constant. So that is a law of demand. So the axis for demand curve would be x and the price of x, okay, price of x. Now in this case, when you had this budget line, say the price was p1, fine, and when price was say p1, you were demanding say x1, clear? So this is one point on the demand curve. Now we need to find out some other points. So what we'll do is that we will sort of reduce the price from P1 to say P2, clear? So the price of the commodity, it reduces from P1 to P2. Remember this, that this is the reduction in price which is going on. Hence our budget line will get tilted towards the x-axis, and our new indifference curve would be like this. It'll be u2, okay. The equilibrium is at the point where there is tangency with the new budget line, and this much is the amount of x which you are consuming. So suppose if this is x2, okay, so at price p2, okay, when price has fallen, the quantity demanded has increased. So this is the new point on the demand curve. I'll just draw one more for illustration. So suppose price falls further, okay, to say p3, clear? You will draw a new indifference curve, okay, like this, say u3, and consumption of x would be at say x3, clear? So price has fallen further to say p3, and the consumption of x has increased to say x3. So this is a new point on the demand curve. And if you join all of this, okay, if you join all of this, you'll be getting what is the demand curve for x, okay. So what you have done is that you have been able to derive a demand curve from the utility functions, okay, with when the price changes, and when how does the equilibrium changes, and then what is the effect on the equilibrium commodity which is being consumed, equilibrium amount of commodity which is being consumed. So from indifference curve analysis, we've been able to derive back your demand curve.